probably a lot of partied interests.
And immediately, she made me feel this big.
Pals with Harvey Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims. She is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come.
According to an industry whistleblower, Oprah is actually the world's most prolific pimp. And the walls are closing in on her too.
For years, Oprah Winfrey was America's favorite talk show host, until the ugly truth about her began to leak out. Although she managed to hold on for a while, the latest leaks involving Diddy and Oprah might finally end her career for good. Many have suggested that Oprah is not just a media mogul. She is part of a system that decides who succeeds and who gets silenced. She is said to act as a mouthpiece for gatekeepers, using her influence to destroy people's careers. Diddy's former rival, Suge Knight, confirmed that Oprah was often present on one of the world's most infamous islands.
So foreign operation took out Epstein inside of our prisons.
Yes.
So they must have been allowed to.
Oh, I think it was in concert with people in our government, but not at like some, low-level guard getting bribed kind of way.
Yeah.
At a state to state level.
So that's probably a lot of partied interests in keeping that under wraps.
You better believe it. Weapon systems at play, global deals at play.
Interesting. You have evidence to back that up?
I just am positing it as a theory.
Wow. Okay. What about UFOs?
Well, we're learning more each and every day. You're getting the titrated leaking on the UFOs. Like, it's now open source information that the CIA has a program around craft recovery.
Despite trying to portray herself as a wonderful and approachable person, Oprah has always been a bully. One example occurred when she repeatedly pressed Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen about their weight when they were just teenagers. At the time, Mary-Kate was struggling with an eating disorder and had to seek treatment.
The one about eating.
Yeah, people are going to write what they want to write. We try not to read the good or the bad because it just kind of comes with the territory. Either you're too fat, you're too skinny, and people are just going to write what they
What size are you, by the way?
Size?
Yeah, I always like to know.
I'm really sure.
You're not sure?
Girls, and
that's so interesting. That is so interesting. I'm like obsessed with size, and you're like, I really don't know.
Mary-Kate did eventually seek treatment for an eating disorder later that year. And we've progressed and we've seen just the look on her face, how horrified Mary-Kate and her sister Ashley were when they were asked that question, and then for Oprah to laugh about it. It comes off tone deaf now.
Iconic singer Toni Braxton has also openly spoken about disliking Oprah, even at the risk of being blacklisted.
And immediately, she made me feel this big.
One of the biggest bombshells came from actress Monique, who got what was supposed to be her big break with the movie Precious, which earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. On Club Shay Shay, Monique exposed Tyler Perry and Oprah for blackballing her from the industry. Perry openly admitted to having a hand in ensuring she wouldn't get hired.
Station kept going on, only for Tyler Perry to admit he did start a rumor that I was difficult to work with. He lied, only for Tyler Perry to admit I was wrong, and when my movie Boo come out, I'm gonna say that, right? Now here's where, when you did that interview with Kat, I could respect how you do it. Because Kat said you let them people lie in your face. And your response was, Kat, I don't know if they're lying or not.
Right.
Because I can only take them at their word.
Their word.
Right?
Yes.
Well, we sent you the audio of Tyler Perry. I don't want you to take me at my word. I want you to hear his words. And what did you hear that man saying? What did you hear that man saying?
He said it.
What did he say?
Monique, you're not supposed to be recording people.
No. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability, because, it's the great Tyler Perry. When I speak about Oprah Winfrey, I speak about that woman because she's spoken about me. And when you begin to speak about me privately, I'm going to speak about you publicly. You've been unfair. You've been unjust. And you watched a Black woman be thrown under the bus, and you said nothing.
Monique even claimed that Oprah began stealing roles that were originally offered to her first.
Who played the lead role in The Butler? Oprah Winfrey. Lee Daniels was getting ready to do a biopic on Richard Pryor, and he offered me the grandmother. Who then calls Lee Daniels and says, I want to be the grandmother? So, as you're looking at me, it's the same way I'm looking at that sister to fund a production.
Right.
I don't have the connections to go to the studio and say, listen, I want to do this movie. She does. Right. So when Lee says, hey, baby, she got the money, go get it. But someone would just say, how is that working out like that? How is that happening like that? How is it that things that was offered to Monique, you seem to be playing? Now, I told Oprah about that. See, everything we're saying to you right now.
You was having a conversation with her.
Listen here. I don't play the behind the back.
The real problem arose when Oprah invited Monique's family onto her show without consulting her. Monique was only informed that the brother who had sexually assaulted her would be present, not that her entire estranged family would also be there.
How I really felt. Now I want you to understand something too. See, this is why me and Oprah Winfrey got a problem.
It's still there.
Until that woman says, let me apologize to you publicly, it'll be to the day I leave this earth. Because what you did was malicious, and it was intentional, and it was ugly.
If Oprah was watching this, what would you tell her?
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
Let them know what you said.
They ain't lying, but I still gotta defend it, because that's my mother. Okay, Daddy, but that's the truth. But I still gotta defend it. You don't understand what position you put me in doing that. So now this is my moment to talk to you, and what she did was took the cowardly way out. I won't call her a coward. I'll say it was cowardly, but it was okay. And she said, if you think I did something wrong, I want to apologize. And what my husband taught me a long time ago, an apology is not something that you think you need to give. If somebody else thinks you need to give it, it's what you feel. So she came off like Mother Earth that she is. If you think I did something wrong, no, Oprah, it ain't what I think. You did do something wrong. You maliciously, and you had full intentions of having my parents on your show and not saying anything to me. Was that for ratings?
It seemed like she exploited the situation.
Were you just exploiting me? There are some sisters in this business that are about it. Regina King was there that night. Angela Bassett was there that night.
Then comes the most problematic part of all, and the aspect that ties her to Diddy, her connection to Harvey Weinstein. Critics pointed out that Oprah had been a close friend of Weinstein for years and never spoke out against him. She even avoided directly addressing him, which many interpreted as fear that Weinstein would drag her down with him.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on Facebook already, but you haven't kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days, and I was like, what is that? I said, oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD.
And when you start talking about it out loud too,
everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
Weinstein whistleblower Rose McGowan actually called Oprah out for her holier-than-thou attitude, saying that Oprah allowed everything to happen to the victims as long as she got something out of it.
With Harvey Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come. And just to refresh your memory, music producer Russell Simmons has been accused of rape by at least 15 women. Last year, Oprah pulled out of a documentary that's highlighting their stories because she and the filmmakers apparently did not see eye to eye on that project. And as for her former friendship with Harvey Weinstein, Oprah had said that she did not know about the sexual assault accusations from women, including Rose, only that she had heard he was a bully. Do you believe that she has a point here, or does Rose have a point? Where do you fall?
A very creepy moment occurred when Tyler Perry and Oprah's close friend Kevin Hart shut down Kelly Clarkson as she tried to talk about the powers that be in the industry, showing that they knew much more than they were letting on.
I was like, and then I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just, you've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah. That was my way of cueing you. Like, it's open dialogue.
Yeah, you want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can talk about anything, but
don't do it.
Yeah, no, of course.
Another telling moment was when Oprah tried to save herself after Trevor Noah put her on the spot and pointed out that the Michael Jackson accusers she had given a platform to through Leaving Neverland were later proven to be lying.
Did you ever waver in your beliefs when the documentary director came out and said there was a timeline issue? Michael Jackson didn't have the train station.
You know why I have not wavered? Because I've had girls at my school who were sexually assaulted and abused, and I have never won a case. And the reason I have never won a case is because when you put a girl on the witness stand and she can't remember, was it Thursday or Wednesday, it's automatically discredited. And so when you're in the midst of trauma, something terrible things happening to you, you may not remember the exact time. It's why, if I hear a noise or something in my house, I look at the time, because they're going to ask what time was it? Oh my God, what time is it? So if you can't remember the day and the time and the da-da-da-da, everybody's like, well, okay.
I guess it never happened.
Guess it never happened. Oh, I said it was that hotel, but it was that hotel. Oh, it probably never happened. So I've been through that.
One of the biggest leaks in the industry was the revelation that Oprah had actually been purchasing Diddy tapes to protect herself.
Hollywood pimp Oprah Winfrey paid $75 million to purchase sex tapes of Sean Diddy Combs raping an underage Justin Bieber and Aaron Carter, among other child stars, and is now selling the footage to Hollywood pedophiles, an industry insider reveals. Oprah has been hiding in plain sight for decades, using the media to shield her from the truth. But this time, there's no covering it up. The tide has turned. The truth is finally coming to light. Bieber revealed the disturbing truth that the music industry is controlled by evil pedophiles, and child stars are forced into degrading and dehumanizing sexual encounters with elite figures, including powerful politicians. Bieber has been trying to warn us ever since about the real nature of the entertainment industry. Fast forward to 2020, Aaron Carter was another victim of Diddy and pedophile industry executives, and he reached out to Kanye following his rant about Diddy being a fed. This tweet dropped right as Kanye was calling Diddy out, and Aaron Carter ended up dead 2 days later. The elite are hiding their depravity in plain sight. According to an industry whistleblower, Oprah is actually the world's most prolific pimp, and the walls are closing in on her too. Oprah is a Luciferian who's been hiding in plain sight while making a fortune, servicing the paedophilic needs of Hollywood and the entertainment industry elites. She's far from the only one. Luciferianism is the religion a young up-and-coming star must adopt if they wish to succeed in Hollywood or the music industry.
Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you on a bird. Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna Lucifer, son of the morning.
Fans were shocked when TikTok star Kyle Marissa Roth also suspiciously ended up dead just a few days after she posted reels about Diddy and Oprah, leading many to believe that someone was trying to cover up the truth Roth had tried to reveal.
After she posted reels about Diddy and Oprah, leading people to think she was trying to cover up the truth Roth tried to reveal.
You all know about my lack of fondness for Ozempra. So this is a Michael Jackson blind item, technically Michael Jackson blind item. It's about this 2019 documentary, Leaving Neverland. Has anyone looked who is the secret money behind the recent explosive documentary about the permanent A++ lister? How about that one named permanent A++ list celebrity and the mogul behind everything? One essayed him and the other one hates him. So this blind item is alleging that Ozempra and David Geffen, by the way, has some of the most horrifying blind items. They bankrolled this documentary, I guess, to smear his memory. And this blind item is alleging that David Geffen, Ozempra's creepy as fuck bestie, yacht bestie, trafficking bestie, essayed Michael Jackson, and Ozempra just had unconditional hate for him for no apparent reason. Maybe that's who's stalking Paris Jackson. Paris Jackson recently went live on Instagram and everyone said it was about the Smiths. My money would be on Ozempra. Those fucking tunnels.
One of the last nails in her coffin was when she publicly betrayed the late Whitney Houston recently.
We had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her attention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage. And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
What do you think?
It's absolutely not necessary for her to share, and it's hurtful, and here's why. All of us know people that struggle from addiction. You know my husband, he's in recovery, and every person that has had drug or alcohol problems are going to have moments that they're not proud of. That's a symptom of the disease. Those of us that are not, don't have addiction problems, I just think that sometimes you have to let a sleeping dog lie. And if indeed Whitney Houston had struggled with addiction, which I think she did, it's a disease. I think a post-mortem shaming of an addict's behavior without there being rock solid veracity as to what the cause was for the fallover is unnecessary. And this is what keeps the whole idea of addiction. It keeps people shamed. It keeps people ashamed of being an addict.
If Oprah were truly so nice and sincere that she once begged her audience not to tell anyone about her falling over, then why expose her now? Why turn her back, just like she turned her back on Michael Jackson, for a money grab?
I don't care if she was high or not. Whitney Houston is dead and gone and passed away. And Whitney Houston meant a lot to us. Whitney Houston was a big sister to a lot of us. I never met her personally or whatever, but I felt like she was a big sister to me. And she is pretty much Black America's auntie. And everybody got a Whitney Houston in their family, somebody that they love, that's talented, that's outspoken or whatever. But it's something about Whitney Houston's death. It's something about Whitney Houston that we took her death personally. It's like somebody in our family died. And it's hard for me to even make the live video because I get real emotional when it comes to Whitney Houston because, we don't care about none of that. And that was something that we didn't need to know. We didn't ask for that information. We didn't need to know that information. We don't care.
Will Oprah finally face her reckoning after 50 years as the gatekeeper's mouthpiece? At the end of the day, she is a traitor who turned on the very people who helped her reach the top. What do you think? Will the world finally see the truth behind Oprah's nice facade? Or will the industry continue to allow her to ruin innocent celebrities? If you want to learn more, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.